Bruce Swedien, to me, is one of the greatest and most influential recording engineers and/or producers to have ever set foot in a recording studio. He's an icon in the history of music and continues his work to this day. Now, age 79, Bruce Swedien is still working on music, and that is because he is someone who truly loves music inside and out. I have had the honor of hearing him speak at Full Sail University 2 times in my college career, and each time I remember taking so much from hearing the words of a man who has had so much success in the industry that I intend to be a part of. Bruce Swedien was born April 19, 1934, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. An old disc recording machine given to him by his father for his 10th birthday is said to have sparked his interest in music and recording. Throughout high school, Bruce Swedien worked in a basement studio and eventually saved up enough money for his own professional tape recorder. After high school, Bruce used his tape recorder to learn more about music recording and production. He worked recording and producing any kind of local acts, from jazz bands all the way to polka groups. Later, in 1957, Bruce moved to Chicago and began working at RCA Victor Studios for the next 11 months. After his time at RCA, he worked for Universal, where he acquired many credits to his name. It is here that he established a relationship inside and out of the studio with Quincy Jones. A little more than 10 years after his first Grammy nomination, Bruce and Quincy Jones teamed up together to create the world's best-selling album in the history of music, Thriller. Thriller has sold around 110 million copies and would prove to be Bruce Swedien's first Grammy. Bruce and Quincy continued working together with Michael Jackson for future projects such as Bad in 1987, Bruce's second Grammy, and Dangerous, his third Grammy. The work with Michael continued on into 1995 with the production of History, which was nominated for a Grammy but did not win. In total, Bruce Swedien won 5 Grammys through his collaborations with fellow producer Quincy Jones. On top of Thriller, Bad, and Dangerous, Quincy and Bruce collaborated in 1990's Grammy winner Back on the Block, as well as Q's Juke Joint in 1996, both of which were Grammy winners. The Bruce Swedien, Quincy Jones, and Michael Jackson triad is a perfect example of when fantastic production meets fantastic talent. The work that these men did will live on for generations. I have come to the conclusion that Bruce Swedien is an engineer-producer, as his traits are compatible more so with those of the engineer-producer than any other type discussed in lecture. Bruce Swedien is known for his use of raw, particularly unprocessed sounds. This is because he is a firm believer that the best EQ and tonal quality all comes from the placement of the mic and not anywhere else. He records until the sound is as crisp and clean as it's going to get. It takes a great amount of skill to fit every single track in the stereo field of your mix using no EQs or compression. Because of his talent, dedication, and hard work, Bruce Swedien has earned the title as one of the greatest engineers and producers in the history of music.